Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Welcome everyone to the Monday, May 20th, 2024 school committee meeting. And before I introduce the Wolf Den Pack, I want to say huge congratulations to Katrina Delaney, who is now on the committee. We're so glad you're here.
Awesome.
And
Thank you so
so calling this meeting to order at 6:02. And we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance today with the Wolf Den Pack 105. So we're going to have them come in and they're going to lead us.
You gotta bring the restroom.
All right. Are they going to come in? I don't think so. It's a little different.
You did a great job. Thank you.
Good job,
Nice
guys.
job, guys.
Good job. So before we move to public comment, we're gonna do our reorganization piece of the meeting, and right now I'm gonna hand the meeting over to Vice Chair Dave Boyle.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. I do want to point out, there's your future. And believe it or not, we have 72 Eagle Scouts that have come through Pembroke, Massachusetts, and I know there's 2 or 3 more on the way. So that's pretty darn impressive for a town the size of Pembroke. But that's where they started. I get the wonderful job of opening up nominations for the chair for the upcoming year. Do I hear any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Patrick Chilcott.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? We close the nominations. A roll call vote. We'll start with the newest member.
Aye.
We'll go down to Sue.
Yes. Aye.
Yes,
I'll make it unanimous.
thank you.
Hello, Mr. Chairman. I abdicate the throne.
You want to switch?
Sure, yeah.
What's your name tag? Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Go down to the left seam corner.
Yeah. You get to see everybody.
Yes, that's true.
So I am going to take a motion to open nominations for vice chair.
So moved.
Second.
So nominations are now open. Are there nominations for vice chairman of the Pembroke School Committee?
I'd like to nominate Allison Glennon as vice chair.
So we have a nomination.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
So we have a nomination and a second. Are there other nominations? Hearing none, I'll move to close nominations.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor of closing nominations?
Aye.
Aye.
So we have one nomination of Allison Glennon by roll call vote. Katrina?
Aye.
David?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Allison?
Yes, thank you.
And I'm an aye, so it's unanimous. Congratulations. So I will open nominations, move to open nominations for the recording clerk of the Pembroke School Committee.
I'd like to nominate Katrina Delaney.
Second?
So Katrina, you should know that this is a time-honored tradition of the Pembroke School Committee. The newest member always is nominated for recording clerk. Are there other nominations? So hearing none, I will move to close nominations.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor of Katrina Delaney as the recording clerk of the Pembroke School Committee?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, by roll call. I apologize. I'll start with Sue.
Aye.
Aye.
David?
Yes.
Katrina?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. So it is official. So we have reorganized.
Woohoo. All right.
You okay to go to public comment? Yeah. So we're going to move to public comment. Two quick things, though, before we do. Sue, I think, was very humble at the beginning in congratulating Katrina, but I also think Sue was reelected on Saturday, and I think we should also congratulate Sue. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
So for those of you who are new to a school committee meeting, I just want to be clear about public comment. Several of you have signed in. So we allot the first 15 minutes of every meeting for public comment, and we allot up to 3 minutes per individual. I heard that there was going to be several people that may want to speak. I'm not going to be real strict about the 15 minutes, but we are going to try and ultimately keep it moving. Just a couple of things that I want to make sure everyone knows before you start. We are bound by both open meeting law and a series of obligations to not engage in these discussions with you. So by all means, say what you need to say, but be respectful. This is a business meeting. Carry yourself in the manner of a business meeting. If there's a lot of repetition, in other words, the same thing sort of said over and over again, I may ask for you to move it along, but we will do our best to listen and be respectful. When you are done, if I thank you and then move on to the next person, it is not being dismissive and we are not being rude. It's what we are required to do for these types of things. So the first person that wanted to speak, and if I get your name wrong, I'm going to apologize. I'm doing it from what's written, is Katrina McKigney. Hi, Katrina.
Thank you.
So the mic amplifies just for the folks at home, just in case you're running it only for PAC
Okay.
not in the room. So.
Okay. It is brought to our attention at the North Pembroke that we are going to be getting a new gym teacher from Bryantville, and that is why the majority of us are here tonight. We have questions on why he is being moved here, and with the concern that has already been brought up at Bryantville against this gentleman. I do not know him personally. I would love to give him the benefit of the doubt that he is a good human being, although that is not my interpretation. I know Superintendent Obie has said in the past that it is her obligation to listen to us parents and protect our children. I do not feel like this is what is being held to right now. So that is what I was going to say. As well as, I know I was at the meeting with the Camp Borndale situation, and, Obie said over and over that there were multiple situations in past, but what turned her hand to make the decision to not have an overnight anymore was a lawsuit. And I just hope that this situation doesn't get to that point to turn your hand again.
No, thank you.
Okay?
So the next person is, I believe it's Amanda Carr.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm a Bryantville parent. I am here on behalf of concerned parents and students who are experiencing a serious issue in our school district. We urgently seek your help regarding a matter that affects the well-being and safety of our children. Over the past year, numerous students have reported instances of bullying, inappropriate behavior by our gym teacher. These reports include verbal abuse, humiliation, physical intimidation, and a new sexual harassment claim that the victim wishes to remain anonymous. This behavior is not only unacceptable, but also a direct violation of the safe and supportive environment our school is supposed to provide our children. What makes this situation even more distressing is the lack of action from the school district. Despite multiple complaints, over 30 complaints and documented incidents, we have not seen any substantial measures to address the issue. This inaction leaves our children vulnerable and sends a message that their well-being and mental health is not a priority. We all understand that teachers play a crucial role in shaping our children's lives. They should be role models who inspire, encourage, and support our children. However, his actions have done the opposite. They have instilled fear and anxiety in our students, and there's a large number of students at Bryanville that have anxiety and mental health issues because of this situation, and we are asking for a response.
Thank you. Stacy Tiro.
Hello, can you hear me? My
Yes.
name is Stacy Tiro. I have 2 daughters at North, and I'm here to also speak about the issue of the Bryantville PE teacher being transferred over to North for next year. So I'm aware of the numerous records and numerous parent emails and complaints that have been made in the past year alone against this individual to this school committee and to this administration. And I'm aware of how this committee and administration has not responded or appropriately taken action on this individual's complaints. I've seen the Bryantville parent group on Facebook that is dedicated to speaking on this issue and this issue alone, and has 207 members in this small town, and that is growing daily, as well as the independent posts that have been made by parents not associated with that group who have posted their own children's complaints, usually anonymously, and traumas based on this teacher's actions that are all shockingly similar to each other. There are reported inappropriate comments made to children, as well as inappropriate disciplinary actions made to students by this teacher, including students on IEPs. There was a formal bullying charge that I'm aware of that was filed, and that is in the process of going to a state appeal. I'm also aware of an institutional neglect charge with DCF that has been brought up against Pembroke Public Schools for their failure to act on these complaints. So my husband, Adam, was hired as an advocate for this group of Bryantville parents and teachers in January, and I'm aware of the numerous pages of documentation from parents and children from this year alone. Personally, as a parent, I'm not willing to wait and see what happens to my kids next year if this teacher gets brought over. I feel like if it was possible for this teacher to interact differently and more appropriately with students, surely these adjustments already would have been made by him. The current parent testimonials and student testimonials speak for themselves, and I feel are ground for dismissal. Thank you.
Thank you. Jen Kilroy. Okay, no,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Maura, I believe it's McMahon. Yep.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Maura McMahon. I'm a mother to 2 boys, a 2nd grader and a kindergartner. My 2nd grader is a rule-following, neurotypical, athletic kid. My kindergartner is developmentally delayed and on an IEP. He is in inclusion class. He is a rambunctious 6-year-old boy. This year he played flag football, he wrestled, and is currently in Little Laxers. He can follow directions enough to be able to participate in all these sports. Around Christmas time, he started complaining that the gym teacher was mean, and he hated gym. He says every week that he is forced to sit on the bench because he can't find a spot. I don't know what the spot is or why these children must find it. I'm not sure how long he has to sit on the bench. Sometimes it sounds like part of the class, and it sounds like they're the same children on the bench with him week after week. He's 6, and it's hard to get a full story about what is happening. I know he dreads school on Thursday because it's gym day, every day after school. I ask how the day went. The typical answer on Thursday is bad. I ask why, and the response is, I had gym. I hate gym, and I hate the gym teacher. If Mr. Smith or anyone else fills in, Thursday's usually fine. That's what I have to say.
Thank you. Andrea, that's Hartman-McCullough. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. Apologize, Andrea. Okay. Jen Brennan. Sure, go ahead.
I was planning on having my time moved over. I'm a North parent, and speaking of the group that was at 207 members, it's now at 278, so that's just in the last 24 hours. And I think the fact that there are all these people here really just needs to be acknowledged, that we don't want a problem that is at Bryantville to be moved to North Pembroke. We want the issue addressed.
Thank you. Ron Tessario, or Tessario?
I was preparing to speak, but just due to the
No, okay. Nicole Scuttle? You're good, okay. Megan Dunn?
Hi, I'm Megan Dunn, and I'm a Bryantville mother. I am also on the PTO. I have currently a 4th grader and a 1st grader, very athletic boys, and I'm here again also to speak on the gym problem that we have continuously at Bryantville. My 1st grader is on an IEP, and he has very strict guidelines of what makes him be successful in the classrooms. Our gym teacher goes against at least 3 of his IEP categories. He goes against those almost weekly. My children, again, very athletic. They play hockey, they play lacrosse, they play flag football, all here for the town. They are also they're able to follow instruction, as similar said by one of the other parents. And I asked them, they both have gym on the same day. Now it's a struggle getting them to get ready for school because it's a gym day. God forbid that it's the Friday is that gym day again, and then we have a double week of that gym class. They come home from school. How was school today? Not great. Why? We had gym. My 1st grader, who is on an IEP, sits on the bench very frequently because he didn't know the rule of the game, or because he passed to the wrong person, or he just did it wrong. And he said that's a continuous story. I believe most of the parents said it better than myself, but I just wanted to stand here to say I am in support of all these parents against this gym issue, and I hope all of you can see that there is an issue, and instead of just moving the issue, maybe try to solve the issue, which currently is not what's happening. You're just moving it. So thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Is there anyone else that wanted to speak? There's a couple of people no and a couple of people deferred. I want everyone to have a chance. Okay. So I do just want to, again, reiterate, us moving you along is not that no one's listening or we're not paying attention or taking what you're saying seriously. It's what we're required to do. So I do thank you all. It takes a lot of courage to stand up and speak. I appreciate you all taking the time to do it, and we will take it under advisement. But we are going to move on with the agenda. Can I choose your agenda? So we do have bills that have been circulating electronically throughout the day. We did distribute school committee meeting minutes of May 14th. Can I get a motion to approve the May 14th school committee meeting minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second.
So motion by Allison, seconded by Sue. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? It's unanimous, Natalie.
You skipped communications. There was one communication that I just wanted to bring to your attention. In your school committee mailbox today, you received an invitation from Mary Ellen Gates, our pathway coordinator. So Thursday morning from 8:30 to 9:30 at the high school is the pathway celebration. I know a few of you have been able to get there in the past. It is great to see the work that our students are doing in their job placements, hearing about some of the great certifications they've been able to get through that program. So if you're available, it's at 8:30 in the library at Pembroke High School.
Okay.
That's great. And future dates and topics. When is our next
So your
meeting?
you're going to stick to the first and third
Third, yeah.
Tuesdays. Your next meeting would Tuesday, June 4th.
Is everybody good with the 4th?
Yeah. I might be at a conference.
And then my next request is, would you guys be good with the 6:30 start date? It would be rude to have you all sitting here and me be late.
I'm going to be at a
Okay.
conference. I'm going to be at a conference that week.
That whole week.
I could be back on Thursday.
Okay. So then that would mean that we would either do, so if it's the 4th, we could do the 11th and the 18th. We could do the 11th and then see if we even need the 18th. As many of you know, and Katrina, for your benefit, over the summer, we meet far less frequently.
Okay.
So are you available on the 11th
Definitely.
of June?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So then, let's say the 11th of June at 6:30.
Are we permanently changing it to 6:30 or?
Let's see how that goes, and then we can decide. If
Okay.
you guys are good with 6:30, it would be great. If you're not, I'll make it happen. But I'm usually coming from Dedham.
Just checking the district calendar.
Smart. And then while the superintendent checks this, the other thing, topic-wise, that I wanted to throw out, I think finding reasons to celebrate is important, right? I think it's good for morale. I think it's good for us to see. I think it's good for staff to see. I think it's good for the community to see. Pembroke's own Addie Herman, who is an American Ninja Warrior, just won the Female American Ninja Warrior title. It is a huge accomplishment. She actually went to this school for a short period of time. I was going to reach out and see if she wanted to just come and speak,
That'd be awesome.
and maybe even speak at some point to our kids in the high school. But I thought good reason to,
Yeah,
kind of.
absolutely. Congrats to
Congrats, and a nice thing to have happen. So I'll reach out to the family and see if she'd be willing to come.
Sure. We also have a couple of staff that just tonight are receiving Plymouth County Education Association awards, so we'll have
I
them
think that'd be
come to
great.
the next meeting, and we have a few retirements, so if we could recognize
I think
those
that would
as
be
a-
great,
Great
too.
idea.
Too.
Yep. Are there other topics for the 11th that you guys wanted added on?
Think of anything.
Okay, so we'll have a closeout of school, how did graduation go, kind of those things, just because we won't meet before graduation. So graduation is June 1st?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So you'll get a very detailed email from high school principal Mark Talbot on where to park, what to wear, where to sit, what to say, when to drink water, and how to use the bathroom. That usually comes out the Thursday before, but we generally arrive between 9:30 and 10 Saturday morning.
Like robes, vestments?
All of that will be there for you
Okay.
when you arrive on Saturday.
Okay. So if anyone has any questions, by all means, you can reach out to me or reach out to the superintendent. Any other topics? So at 6:24, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Sue, seconded by Allison. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? It's unanimous, Natalie. Thank you all, and thank you for coming.